It is significant, isn't it, that Elmhurst Ballet School in Birmingham was registered as outstanding by Ofsted, and yet the BBC publishes this huge article this morning about the offensive atmosphere in Elmhurst and in the Royal Ballet School. And I'm sure it's not just contained to those two. Um, the the problem with that sort of vocational training is the sheer intensity of learning the craft and the difficulty that these things are often taught by people who are no longer performers or have never been performers, and there's a good reason for it because they are failed. It doesn't mean that they can't teach, but it does mean that that teaching, if it's not properly checked, comes at a price. There's an adage: if you can, do, and if you can't, teach. And and then if you can't do that, you teach teachers. I've always been very careful to mix teaching with doing, and even when I was teaching teachers, I was always very careful to be doing something at the same time as well. And I I really worry about the effect that teachers can have on children. They have sometimes sometimes children are more exposed to teachers than they are to their parents, and particularly in a boarding school environment or in a school where you're training in a discipline like ballet. The teachers take on this huge position in a child's life, and it's a huge responsibility. And if we don't get it right, and what I find so extraordinary about this story is not the fact that there are specific allegations and anecdotal evidence, but the fact that Ofsted says the school is outstanding and staff at all levels are highly skilled and knowledgeable. And Ofsted's focus is on safeguarding, and it's a safeguarding issue which is the subject of the BBC expose. So clearly, Ofsted is failing. Clearly. Another argument why Ofsted needs to go